Thank you, Professor Priscilla. And now to continue, now we have Professora Patrícia Brum, Bachelor in Physical Education from the Educational Foundation of São Carlos, and PhD in Physical Education from USP, postdoctoral in Cellular and Molecular Physiology at Stanford University, USA, and in the exercise physiology at the Norwegian University of the Science and Technology. Sabbatical internship and visited professor at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. She is currently a full professor at the School of Physical Education and Sports at USP, and member of the coordination of the health area of PESP, and she has experience in exercise physiology with emphasis on cardiovascular and musculoskeletal adaptation to exercise training.
As you saw, I'm not a specialist in baby motor control, and I'm here to share some personal experience as a mother who shares a career, scientific career. And I had the opportunity to spend more than 1 year in Norway and see the contrast we have between the two cultures that I don't know if you are aware about, but I would like to share a little bit with you. When I arrived in Trondheim the first time, I had a former postdoc that became a mother. She had Rafael was like 4 months, and I was aware that in Norway you have a shared maternity and paternity leave. So you spend more than 1 year, the mother spends more than 1 year with the baby, and the father shares also more like 6 months, I think, or 1 year, I don't know, more or less than the mother, right? But it's a lot. And I told Natalie, that was my friend at the time, was so different from Brazil. So different, the experience that and the time you spend with your baby, and you had the opportunity to see your baby grow up, develop during this time compared with Brazil. You are very lucky here. And I told, and I don't know if you know, in Brazil, at least at my time, I'm a mother of a young and very nice lady. She is 18 years old. And at my time, when I gave birth to Ana Luisa, I had 4 months of maternity leave. And I extended for 1 month with vacancies that I could. So 5 months I spent with my daughter. And the father, I think it was like 1 week, 2 weeks, I don't remember for sure.
5 days.
5 days. 5 days. 5 working days from the delivery. So, and after watching this very nice, congratulations to both lecturers. Yeah, very nice lectures. So I realized how much time I missed of demonstration, of sharing with my daughter this mother-daughter experience that you have nobody that is better than the mother or the father. And I was thinking about that. But this is the first time, the first part of my talk. How was the license leave? But there was one thing before that I would like to share as well. I gave birth to Ana Luisa, I was almost 40 years old. I was 37. And why? Because since I started my scientific career, I was told I had two mentors in my scientific career. And I was told, Patrícia, if you want to be a really nice and successful scientist and go far in your career, I would advise you for not getting married or even not being a mother, because that will get in the way, that will be an obstacle in your scientific life. So I was so afraid of being mother, so afraid that I was thinking, I did my master's degree, my PhD degree, my postdoc at Stanford, and when I get back, oh, now I can have a family, now I can start, now I can think about being a mother. So I had only Ana Luisa, and today I miss having more kids, because it's wonderful to be a mother, and I loved the experience. But then, when I decided to have a daughter, I was thinking, okay, I will be a mother. This is my decision, this is my life. And I will do the best I can for not having trouble in my career. I think we can share. In other countries, people share. In the United States, people share. So why I will do my best. So I thought, I will live beside my work, in a walking distance. I will have a nanny or a daycare that I can live in Ana Luisa, but I will be like minutes from her, and have a good family, a good choice of a father as well to share, because we live in Brazil in a male chauvinist society. It's different, the thinking, or what you expect from the mother and from the father. Mother can be multitask. A father, no, is a provider. Still, we live on this thinking. Today is much better than in my time or my mother's time. But we still live in this. Mothers need to handle everything. So I decided, and everything worked very well. Because what I decided, Ana Luisa will be with me. I'm a scientist. Okay. So until she was 2 years old, she was staying at home, and I live 20 minutes walking from here, and by bike it's like 10 minutes, if 10-15 minutes at most. And after 2 years old, she went to a daycare, a university daycare, that is like across this small bridge besides the School of Physical Education and Sport. And then she spent like 4 or 5 years there. So I was in a walking distance. I was seeing Ana Luisa during my break times and participating to her growing up process. And Ana Luisa, I had an opportunity in an editorial, scientific editorial in 2009. Ana Luisa was 5 years old, and I had the opportunity to spend 2 months in Norway. So I will go, but I will go with my daughter. So I arrived some weeks before Ana Luisa. I collect data because I'm a bench scientist. And so I took some students with me. I need to be fast. I need to collect this data in 3 weeks because my daughter will come. And then my husband at the time took Ana Luisa to me, and she spent one month and a half in the school, Norwegian school. And I was afraid, so Ana Luisa doesn't understand Norwegian. She was 5 years old. But the kids, they have another way to communicate themselves with people. And which was very funny because it's so different. the kids in Norway, they are so quiet besides ours. And I was in the corridor to take Ana Luisa from the school, and I was hearing her laugh. And the teacher's like, whoa, she puts her feelings out like Latin, typical Brazilian, and it was a really a good experience. And she was spending from like, I think 9 to 3 p.m. at the school. Only one time the school asked me to pick her up because she was missing her mother. And then she went to the laboratory and put one coat on her, and she was like putting the tubes in the place and the holders. Yeah, and helping mom. And it was okay. She was taking part of my life. And I had another opportunity to go only with Ana Luisa because the 3 times that I spent abroad, the 3 times I went by myself. And the first one, my husband could go with me, the second one as well, the third one as well, because of the work, so I was by myself. And then the third time with Ana Luisa, she went to English school. Then we spent 1 year there. English because I don't know, I speak no Norwegian, so at least in English I could help my daughter with the homework and because she was mixing Norwegian and English. So then the teachers decided to focus on English. In English she was at this school. Yeah. And she had the opportunity to be free to walk on the streets with 8 years old, to go by biking, to take a bus with 8 years old, and go to the hospital to find her mother at the bench and take part of my life. And it was a wonderful experience for both of us. And I think that experience, and she was very welcome to the school as well, because Norwegians, they are very, the Kommune and the schools, they are very conscient about being in another country and to be receptive to this. It's an international school. It was an international school. So when Ana Luisa arrived at the school the first day, all the kids, they have rehearsed words in Portuguese to talk to Ana Luisa, one word. She felt welcome. And they shared themselves to take Ana Luisa to cinema, to go to movies or to see something, or just to spend time with them playing over the weekend, to feel Ana Luisa be welcome. In May, that 17th of May, she was taking part of the Norwegian, how can I say, National Day. So proud and on the streets, and very welcome, and very being part of the community. So it was a very, very nice experience. So, and since then, Ana Luisa has participated in different scientific meetings with me. Now after Norway, she's fluent in English, so is a world person now. And I think it was a wonderful experience for her, and she was besides me, because, and I could tell people, it's possible, even in our society, it's possible. She grew up, she had opportunities. She was she was watching thesis defense, qualifying exams. She was drawing mitochondria and giving to my students as a gift. she knows what is mitochondria. She hates biology. She's in humanities. I don't know if that is a trauma for her, but it's possible. It was good for her. I think it makes all the difference, and I think I could surpass all the problems people told me I would face. I think you can make difference. You can grow up your kids in a different way. But it needs to be collaborative. You need to share with your family as well. My family helped me a lot, and very understanding people. So I'm glad of having Ana Luisa, of having family. I think this is very important for us because our life is not only work, success, or science. Our life is much more than that. I think this was my experience to share with you, and I really thank you for the opportunity to share with you my experience. Thank you very much.